Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blue Abroad Show here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. Monday, the 2nd of February, 2026. Just like that, we are into the second month of the year. Got Joe from the Almost Blues Brothers joining me. G'day, Joe.
Good to be back, man. Good to be back. It's February. That means footy starts this month. That's where we're at. It starts this month.
State of Origin is, I think it's next week.
Yep. Practice games after that, JLT, and then we are absolutely raring to go. So I'm excited. This is good. It's good. Feels good to be back.
I've got quite a bit on the run sheet tonight that I'm excited to get through. I need to make a quick addition to the run sheet, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Can we talk about the hair, Joe?
It's long. Real long. Yeah, I don't know. Just decided why not. I even got hair at the back of my head. I've never had this. That I've never had. It's really weird to have hair on the back of your head when you've never had it. So it's good. It's nice, just something different.
Is hair coming back?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Hey, speaking of my hair, right, and I'm sure this has been touched on already, but the stubble, mate, it can never leave.
You like it?
Oh, it can never leave. This needed to be done a long time ago. A long time ago. This is right. This is it. This is your end game product. That's it. You don't change for the next 50 years from here. That's it. Yeah.
Did the whole shaved head thing, did the skin fade, did the side part. The facial hair. I think I was a bit scared to do it, but it had to be done. Yeah.
That's the way, mate. That's the way. It's good.
Well, you know what it also shows? We've been doing content since we were in our 20s.
Yeah, we've known each other for 7 years this year.
Still no flag.
Fucking hell. Yeah. No, it's sad. It really is. It's sad. Doesn't feel like we're getting any closer. It actually feels like we're just drifting further away. It's crazy. It's crazy. But seventh year this year. I'm excited. It's good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Well, we have quite a few tuning in tonight. I see the Hunter. I see Jen. Always see Jen. See Blue Bagger. Julie's here. Julie gives us some nice intel from what happens at Icon Park when she goes down there. Paul is here from the other side of the world. Good to have you here, my friend. We've got Wow, Jones, Icon, Petra Khan is here. Lou Felino, saw him at training on Friday. Bugs Bell, Rocco Morrow, he's tuning in from WA. Caden, Abs, Kylie loves Lige. We've got some really good updates about Elijah tonight. I'm really excited to touch on it. Christina Bombonati is always here. Johnny Holden, Holden, I should say.
All the usuals, and a few newbies as well. I like it. It's good. It's good. It's good to see everyone. It's nice.
Yeah, we might have some freshies tonight. Because obviously I went down to Collingwood training today. I don't know if you saw that, Joe, but I had to be done. I had to go.
I would never, but all right. If you had to, you had to. I guess.
No, I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, we saw I don't want to over talk about the footage again, but I mean, Adam Simpson actually touched on it. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. I'll play the Adam Simpson audio from what he had to say today about his time at Carlton. It's a full interview, but there's a little bit at the very end, which I think is, it's interesting. And I'll start there and we'll get your thoughts. So have a listen to this.
When it's going well. So, and no disrespect to the guys who were there before, the two that have come in, but such an experienced profile with those leaders. And I'll just take a bit of heat off Michael. You'd hope they make some hard decisions for him. You don't have to be the bad guy all the time. So hopefully he can concentrate on coaching and being the best coach he can and get that support that we all need as coaches, that, it's not just the senior coach, there's a whole leadership team around the club. So I reckon that's in as good a shape as you can have at the moment. So mind you, we and they haven't lost a game yet and haven't hit any type of, other than a 20-second training clip where the ball's off the deck. I got a bit of feedback. I don't know if you saw that, Jared, the Carlton training clip that,
I did.
you know, it's had a bad day. And I was at that training session. There's no excuses, but it was windy. But yeah, dealing with that sort of stuff is interesting. You know, how you handle that. You know, Carlton seem to be front and centre with all that sort of stuff as well.
So that's been used to extrapolate on skill level and the like. Is that what you actually saw, an overreaction?
Oh yeah, it was, but that's the way it is. I mean, when there's not much news going around the AFL circles, what I do notice at Carlton, which, you know, it's none of my business, but people film Carlton training a lot. It's easy access. When I was coaching, if I want to know how they went, I just YouTube Carlton as 4 different angles from supporters. So yeah, I would have not liked that as a coach, the supporters filming training and then critiquing it online, because it's great, easy vision for the opposition to look at. So Blue supporters, put the cameras down for a little bit. Let them train. But that's it's all part of it. And the support obviously for Carlton's pretty strong.
All right. Thoughts?
Don't know where to start there. All right. Firstly, because I've seen a few comments about being careful what we post. No, disagree with that. Like, you can't just post the good stuff. Like, I get it, and Bucky's brilliant. I love Heath Buck. I think he's got a phenomenal channel for Carlton supporters, and I disagree with the idea that we only post the good stuff. Just be careful what you post. I think that's rubbish. If they're open training sessions, they're open training sessions. I think every supporter or content creator or whoever you are has the right to film and upload whatever they want if the club is going to hold open training. Pretty simple. You hold yourself to a standard as a club. Like, I don't know, if that's poor footage from a segment of training, then so be it. But own it. Don't shy away from it. Just be like, yeah, it was shit. The standards were rubbish. Where was what I have heard since I haven't been to open training, but what I've heard from people that were there and that have been to a few open training sessions is when they have these patches in training, which are, let's put it bluntly, what that little patch of footage was. It was diabolical. What hasn't been seen is a leader standing up going, boys, this is fucking terrible. Let's regroup here and off we go. Like, it's just kind of been, I don't know if that's the case, Des, you could probably attest to it, but I don't know. That for me, I don't see anything wrong with posting footage like that, to be honest. Like, it is what it is. That's reality.
So the way I see it is this, right? Obviously, going to training, and if you were to film the entire session from start to finish, like, obviously that's pretty valuable information there. If it's sort of eyewitness account with a little bit of highlights over the top, that's also a little bit different. Bottom line, if I'm at training, if Coach Voss ever came up to me and said, "Hey, I do not want you to film," I'd stop filming.
Yep.
On the spot. Like, I might disagree with it, but I'd have to respect his wishes. So if there's anybody there who didn't want me to film, I would stop immediately.
Yep.
And there's an important thing here. We've been begging and banging down the door and complaining about access to the club and training and why is it closed. So I am very mindful of not wanting to be part of the problem as to why they lock the doors again. I mean, if they, and look, the reality is this: we aren't allowed to film match sim. We are allowed to film warm up, which is where a lot of that footage that's been in contention came from. Didn't come from match sim. I actually think if we filmed match sim, it would paint a way better picture because they crack in. And as much as the skill level was really impressive at Collingwood today, I went to training. The intensity of us on the inside is in the midfield is a standout between what I saw today and what I see from the Carlton training. So, yeah, look, I think there's a perfect opportunity for a better line of communication. And again, if there's anybody from the club that felt that we were giving away too many secrets, we're there. Come and say something.
Yeah, it's open training, right? So they got to expect that there's going to be cameras, like there will be, and they know that there's content creators in this space, so they know that they're going to be there. And I agree with you. So, and this is the sad part of it, right? Like, Dan Gorringe jumps on it, a few others jumped on it on Instagram for a 20-second clip, right? Bucky posted a 40-minute video breaking down open training. You know, like that's unfortunately the sad reality we live in with social media is people just want to click a quick fix, quick dopamine hit. And for content creators like Dan Gorringe, he's brilliant at what he does. It was an easy bait for him to reel in, no pun intended, views and clicks and likes and all that sort of thing, right? So that's a sad reality of it. If you want the full picture, go watch the 40-minute video. Go watch the full training report. Go watch the training reports you put up and the full insight into like what the 2 hours at open training was rather than 20 seconds.
Yeah, and I spoke a bit about Harry Mackay on the last training report, and like I'm trying my best to be very careful of the way I'm describing things because I always leave room for that part that is the unknown. For example, instructions, things of that nature. I mean, I was at the club from the start of that session and I left at about 2:30, 3 p.m. Those guys did running sessions after the training. Then they were in the gym doing weights. Like they had a ultra session because they had the extra break over the weekend. So this is the world of the internet. I just hope that the club don't get so sucked in to thinking that it's a fan's fault. But at the same time, I think there's a perfect opportunity. If there's anything that needs to be addressed, just approach us at training and tell us what you need.
Agree.
If the coach want us to film, or if anyone, I don't know if like I said, I've never had any interaction with Coach Voss where he said, please don't film. I've been asked by the media team, like just don't film the match sim, and I just say whatever. But obviously today I'm at Collingwood. You have no choice. There's no closed opportunity. And you know what the irony of what I saw today was after this whole Carlton close, don't want to reveal secrets is, you know what the irony of what I saw today was? I saw a Carlton assistant coach spying on the Collingwood training.
This is what I mean. Like this is a tale as old as time. You see this happen all the time in open training sessions. Coaches from other clubs attend these things all the time. So I get it. You don't want it publicly available on the internet, not every part of it. But I do want to ask you one question just to close it out though. With open, because I haven't been able to get to open training. I've been working through the weeks. Are you seeing a greater sense of accountability from our leaders? Like when it is bad, when it is poor, are you hearing voices? Are you hearing more accountability on the group to lift their standards? Are you seeing it? Like, what does it look like compared to previous years?
I'm seeing a greater standard of training in the intensity in which they train, in the way in which they crack in, especially in the match sim. Now, I know you can see some missed kicks in warm-ups. Let me tell you now, the session that just passed on Friday, they were very aware of how they were kicking the ball in warm-ups. But when that match sim started, and I don't know, maybe I'll have to go through my previous training reports. I don't remember seeing 3 push and shoves in one match sim like I saw on Friday. Like there's a competitive edge amongst themselves. They're not scared to show a little bit to each other. Like McGovern is pulling up Harry on certain things because he didn't like what he saw. Getting into Walsh because he gave away the 50. Pito's getting into Reedy because he's beating him in a contest or he's kicking a goal. Like there's that competitive, combative nature. And, that doesn't get spoken about with so much popularity because it's like, oh, well, we're shit. But I do think from what I'm seeing, like we're coming from 9th. We're not an elite kicking team. And if we're going to become an elite kicking team, we're probably going to need to recruit it or train it even more. That's going to take more than 3 open training sessions that we've been able to see on camera. Okay. So I do think there is that fine line between being careful not to over criticize too early. But at the same time, you know what? Let it be a reminder. Hey, we are invested and we are watching and we want an improved Carlton in 2026. That's the baseline. None of this shit gets spoken about if the standards had been lifted when they should have been years ago.
Yep, 100%. Agree.
So
cool.
I think it goes both ways. I'd be more than happy to take any feedback and change the way. I mean, I don't really put a lot of match sim in the videos anyway. A lot of it is just spoken word. So anyway.
Yep. I like it.
That's that. Now, I want to touch on an Elijah Hollands update. So, young man, he's just working his tail off to earn himself a spot on the list. He spoke in the mainstream media today, or yesterday. I think the article might have come out today. I want to go through some of these quotes, Joe. I want to get your opinion on some things, and obviously those of you watching at home. So the first part here is, Elijah's been overwhelmed by the positive response after laying bare his mental health and alcohol issues as he makes a strong push to win back his spot. We've got until roughly the 20th of February to decide if Hollands will secure one of the 2 vacant list spots as he trains alongside Will White. His dad, Ben, who played 8 games for Richmond, I didn't know that, but there you go, has moved down from Sydney. He's living with Elijah as he attempts to prove he's worth another chance. A few other quotes here. So Carlton has the option of keeping a list spot free for a mid-season draft selection, and Hollands admits all of his eggs are in the basket of securing another list spot at Carlton. Rivals seem to believe that we'll give him a spot, barring late injury or setback, and have been told his only priority is staying at Icon Park. He said, I haven't put too much thought in that of any fallback plans if Carlton overlooked him. This is out of my control. This is where I put all my eggs, so if a backup plan is needed, I'll look at it then. It's been good. It's been nice to get a nice, consistent run at the preseason. I feel fit. The body is good. I can't complain about my preseason so far. There's no real talk about dates yet. I'm just rocking up and taking things day by day. By the sounds of things, the deadline will be the 20th of February, but I'm not being distracted by it. I am just training hard. It's just about being happy and healthy and training hard. That is where Vossi and I leave it. Vossi has been a great supporter for me, like he has the whole summer. Things are moving in the right direction at the moment. I feel like I'm really fit. I feel like I've been able to put together a really good summer. Wherever it takes me, we will see what happens. Joe, where are you on the Elijah story?
Talent-wise, he's exactly what we need for the centre. We all know that. And I think when he was at his best, we looked really, really good in that front half of 2024 in particular. We all know that he's, sort of struggled with his own demons. He's been open about it. I'd love to see him claw his way back. I'd love to see a redemption arc here for him. Obviously, he's coming from a long way back. I don't know. I mean, I'll be surprised if he was signed and he played opening round. I think there's a lot of trust that he probably still needs to gain from the club in that sense. Well, this is how I feel anyway. I'll probably see him in the VFL for a short stint. But by all reports and basically from what he's saying, like this is all positive. This is good. Like it's good to hear that a young man like this that's struggled a bit, can turn things around. And for his sake, and I think we all hope that we see him, get a second chance at this. Like, seems like a really good kid that just, had his own struggles and whatnot. We can't forget how young these boys are, man. Like, we're talking 21, 22 in the system, getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, big expectations. Like, I remember when I was 22. You probably remember when you were 22, Tez. Like, as a bloke in that atmosphere with that sort of pressure, I could not even fathom where I'd be at. So, look, I hope for the best for him. I really hope he gets a contract. I think we all do.
Yeah, I think more importantly, I hope he has been able to put things in place that will keep him at his best. Like, obviously, we can be a bit selfish as Carlton supporters because all we think about is what's going to happen with the Carlton Football Club. But at some point, this guy's going to retire and he won't play footy for a living. And I think, what's more important here is that, whatever needs to be put in place is put in place. So that way, once footy's not there, because then you deal with themes of loss of identity. Who am I if I'm not a footballer? Those sorts of things. And that can be a trap for a lot of these athletes that exit the system. So, there's a whole range of different challenges ahead of him. And I just hope that whatever is needed to be put in place for him for the long term has. And what I like about the quote so far is it's just honestly just like process driven day by day. I'm just training hard. That's all I can focus on. And that's all it's in my control, and the rest will take care of itself. And yeah.
And I think, I'm hoping it comes through. And if it does and he gets a contract, great. It's probably not going to be more than a year. I don't think any of us would expect for it to be more than a year at this point. But I just hope the club, and I'm sure they've got this perspective, but I hope that they've got the understanding to an extent of how much support he might need throughout the year still. Like, it's still going to be a tough transition for him back into senior footy, back into that landscape. You know, there's going to be temptation at different parts for him, as there is for most players and most people. Like, if we're speaking candidly, this is how the world of AFL works, right? Like, he's clearly taking responsibility for things in his life, and it's great. I just hope the club. There are other clubs in the league that do this really well, where there are certain players that are susceptible to maybe falling back into bad habits or certain behaviours, and they really wrap their arms around them during that time and get them back quickly. I just hope, as a club, internally, we've learnt from that and how to deal with this going forward. Because at the end of the day, they're only human, and you want to get the best out of these kids wherever you can, right? So if we can get the best out of Elijah across the year for, call it 98% of it, mate, you're going to unlock the absolute best out of him. And for that, we're going to get the best out of ourselves, and we're going to become a better football team. So that's the only thing that I hope is that next step, I guess, or that next part of our evolution of the club is understanding internally, what do we need to do to make sure this kid stays relatively stable throughout the year as well.
Yeah, well said. So that's the latest on Elijah. And then, I mean, the timing of you being on this show and the next part of this show.
Where's the gloves? Where's the boxing gloves? On a belt, my computer. Oh, you just like that photo. It just make like it. I clench my teeth, Tez. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be, I'm just going to let you speak for the next 15 minutes or whatever it's going to be. I need to call myself.
Read out some quotes. So Charlie's come out and shed some light on certain things that happened throughout the year. It's a massive article, and I've taken 2 or 3 things that I want to bring to the show tonight, and sort of go from there. Talks about important conversations away from the cameras were what mattered for Curnow. Once his mind was made up, he approached the Blues for a trade. When asked whether there were tough conversations, Curnow replied succinctly, "Yeah, I'll talk about that on a later date, maybe when I'm finished." So I think that's just a tricky one, because he's decided to talk now, but obviously there's maybe more left in the tank. The bit here I want to touch on is the injuries and a bit of context. It's always easier to find out these things later, but he referred to last year as a shambles. He said, "I had to get ankle surgery because I played through an ankle injury the year before. And then I had to get 2 knee surgeries after that because for whatever reason, a few things just didn't get picked up, which were just maintenance stuff. But it means I just couldn't do preseason last year. And then I ended up playing round 2, which when you start behind like that, you'd need to not play for a while and try to get your way back into the season, which I didn't really do." He says, about the 4 surgeries before round 1, it's no one's fault to blame, but we probably didn't get it right at Carlton for that preseason. That last year period at Carlton, in hindsight, I shouldn't have played round 2. I should have put my body first, because it always catches up to you in the end. So I had to work through that. No surprises, but just would have. It's almost like he wants to blame somebody else, but he doesn't want to say it directly.
I'm tight-lipped for now. Keep going. Keep going.
Then there was this bit. This was the one that got most of my attention. And this is referring to when it was time to speak to the media about his future at Carlton. And if you all recall, 24th of, I think it was July, after Hawthorn in the rooms, and he makes the infamous quote. And he says, I'm good mates, great mates with the Carlton media crew. And I said, there's a lot of talk right now. What do you want me to say? Curnow said about his post-match comments. And they go, I would love for you to say you're staying at Carlton next year. If it is true or not, just say this and that. At that point, it is true. Then we can get to the end of the season and worry about that stuff. Then everyone rips on you and says you're lying. But I was actually trying to do the right thing. I didn't start talking to Sydney until the season finished. I didn't start talking to any other club. Obviously, my manager might be doing some work off-field.
Just like strangle the life out of it. Oh my God, mate. Oh, is there more? Is that it?
I'll let you react to that, and then I'll go.
He is saying, I want it out, without saying I want it out earlier than the end of the season. The manager isn't doing the work on your behalf off field. If you're not telling your manager, I'm unhappy, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I don't even know what this is like. Reading something a 6-year-old has put together, trying to lie through it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We all know, you and I know, he was talking, whether it was him directly or not, well before the end of the season. Well before, right? This was like so many months in advance of the end of the season. At this point, there's no reason for him to lie other than to save his own face. Like, it just looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Mate, I loved this bloke as a Carlton player. I really did. I cannot believe the amount of disdain I have for Charlie Curnow as a player. As a person, I'm sure he's fantastic. I'm sure he's a ripping bloke to be around. I'm sure he's a great person. As a footballer, I cannot believe how my emotions have turned when I think about Charlie Curnow, the footballer, in the last 3 to 4 months. It's insane, mate. Honestly, it's absolutely insane.
So quotes like this get me because I was very firmly, first of all, I believed the quote. So I'll touch on that shortly. But secondly, like I'm at peace with the fact that he's his own man. He's the one that is the man in the arena. He's the one that kicks the football. He's the one that we all go to watch and buy tickets for. Like, it's up to him what he wants to do with his life. No problem.
Whatever. Just take accountability.
Own it. Like,
take the accountability.
What do you want the Carlton media team to say to you when you go up to them after you've created the shitstorm?
On that, that person on screen right now, okay? This bloke here, this guy, was in the leadership group of our football club, and he had to ask our media team what to fucking say. Mate, where is your responsibility within our four walls? Where was it? None. I never saw it. And this, you're now admitting you didn't know what the fuck you were doing as a leader. You didn't know. You had to ask a media team, hey, what do I say? There's a little bit of pressure on me from the media. Come on, man. Come on, for fuck's sake. Like, it's just, it gives me a headache, Tez. It really does. Gives me a headache, man.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part. Like, I'm so happy for him to be healthy and go to Sydney and like live it up and be healthy. I didn't like this at all. I didn't like it at all. Almost. Look, were there injury management issues that the club were responsible for? Yes.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
You know, and like there's 3 parties here that have responsibility. There's Charlie, there's the club, and then when it comes to the contract negotiations and that part, there's his manager. You know, there's 3 parties that have vested interests here. If you're the Carlton side of things, what did you expect them to say? Oh no, just tell them you're leaving. You know, and this is where I reckon it was different for me, because when he made his decision to say what he did eventually to the journos, it wasn't what we would usually hear from players, such as I'm a contracted player, I'm committed to the club. Like, it wasn't. It was so direct. The quote was so direct. It was, I'm playing at Carlton next year. That's it, done. So there wasn't even you couldn't even interpret it with any sort of vagueness. So he chose those words to say. Now, you know, did the pressure get to him when the journos are asking him after the Hawthorn game? Maybe. But, I mean, this is where it comes back to the club. Like, why'd you put him in a leadership position? So,
yeah. I'll give you an example, right, of the opposite here. Sam Walsh, out for a long period of last season, the last 2 rounds, okay? He puts his hand up to go, I want to play. He's itching at halftime against Essendon, or 3/4 time, whenever we decided to put him on ice, itching to get back out there after he'd only played 54% game time, to get out there in a game that meant absolutely fuck all and give his all, because he just wanted to be in the thick of it. That's a leader. You're not going to see Sam Walsh come out and go, oh, the club made me play. There or thereabouts, in however many words Charlie decides to say it. You'll go, no, that's on me. I'm a competitor. Charlie, mate, come on, man. Like, you're getting paid $800,000 at our club a year. $800,000 per year to not only play for our club, but to lead. Don't come up with this shit now that, it was this fault. I'm not going to point fingers, but have a look at this. I'm not going to place blame, but what about this? Come on, man. Just come out, say, I want it out. I didn't like how I was managed. I was sick of the environment. I needed a sea change, literally. I had to get to Sydney. That's it. Just be fucking honest, man. I don't understand why this is still going on, Tez. I'm probably being completely irrationally emotional about this, but this pissed me off for so much of last year. It really did. It really did.
Yeah. And I think that's just there's always a lesson in that. Like, when you speak in absolutes about such things, fans, especially when you're a contracted player like Tom, I don't think Tom really, I mean, he spoke in a way, and whenever he was asked about it, like, he acknowledged the fact that he had a big decision to make. You know, and whether you agree with that, whether he was playing or should have played or shouldn't have played, whatever.
Yep.
But it didn't go down as nasty, and the communication wasn't as misaligned as what this one was. And
no issue with Tom. That was that was transparent from round one for me. Like, if you didn't see that coming, you were blind. We all knew he was going. If we're all put in a position where $1.8 million a year is put in front of us, we're all probably going, fuck, I at least need to think about this and really consider it, right? Whatever. That's different. This I just can't wrap my head around. I really can't.
That's good.
Oh, mate.
Are you going to opening round?
Don't have tickets yet, but I will be there. I will be.
Chat. Which of you that are watching right now are going to opening round? Please just write yes. Hey man, it's gonna bubble. It's gonna be good. If we can just win that game, we just get like a free pass to immediate vibes, which is exactly. I really believe this club needs just an injection of momentum. You know, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, just an injection of momentum, because we are starved of like the roar. We haven't roared at the footy because there's just been, it's one game last year was a proper roar, but apart from that, we were pretty much behind for the majority of the year.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but we really need to win this game.
It'd be nice. I mean, look, it's going to be, we're pushing shit uphill in opening round. Let's not lie. Like, we ain't going to be favourites. We're not going to be favourites, but anything's possible, mate. Opening round. We went up to Brisbane. We did it. No one gave us a chance. So, especially when we're 46 points down or 41 points down, whatever it was that night. So, yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just, it's going to be tough. That's a tough game to start. Tough game.
Yeah. What else are you seeing from around the league at the moment? Like, when you as you start to ramp up, almost Blues Brothers will be back Sunday night. What grabs your attention more than anything that you've seen in the last few weeks?
From the league,
whether it's Carlton, whether it's the league, like what's on your agenda?
So I'm really excited to watch us play, which I haven't felt for a couple of years. We've spoken about this. Like, it seems to be that when there's no expectation, that's when we get most excited. When there's full of expectation, it's like you're holding back. You don't want to get hurt, right? I'm really excited for our season to get started this year. Like, as excited as I've been probably since 2022 when Voss took over, right? When it comes to footy, this is going to sound really weird, knowing that I'm going to do 30 weeks of this or 35 weeks of this, whatever it is, every week. I'm not, and this isn't just this year, but it's been the last couple of years. I haven't been as keen on footy, right, as what I probably was 5 years ago. I don't know why it is. And I am, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to watch our club, and I'm excited at the prospect that we could shut a lot of people up, right? And what the expectations of us are as a club this year. But footy itself, I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same. I just feel like it's losing a bit of its, I don't know. When we were kids, Tez, it was just, it felt, or not even kids, like when we were teenagers, like it just felt different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an intangible there that's not there for me at the moment with footy. I don't know maybe it's this transition into like the the social media space and getting hit with TikToks and Instagram reels by AFL social media, and it just feels very curated, and it feels very just geared towards the new generation. It's not quite clicking with me in terms of the marketing around it. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying. The game's evolving. The coverage of the game is evolving. The way in which we consume the game is different. We have access to the game, whether you're watching the game or talking about the game, whether that's on your own podcast or watching someone else's content or in live chats. And I've sort of thought about this. So I did a Carlton People episode with Howard Cotton recently, and he was recounting. He remembers the 60s and the 70s, and you didn't have access to the game like you do now, and so it was a bit imaginatory. If you didn't go to the game, you were listening to it on a radio, so you had to use your imagination to picture what was happening, and maybe there was something magic about that. Whereas now, I mean, we're like McDonald's, we're like fast food.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. Yep, you're 100% right.
And maybe that's got something to do with the lost art and magic of the game. Because
when
they start bringing back things that used to be so a part of the fabric of the game, for example, State of Origin, it gets painted with this, it's just a marketing exercise brush. It might be.
And it's at our fingertips. Like, I can open my phone, I'll have AFL content within the next 5 seconds. I know, as soon as I open Instagram, it'll be there, right? Like, yeah, I think there is something in like that less is more from the past, where it was like you had to wait to get your. And I think it's great that where the content space has gone. I think this is what the game, we spoke about it for years. The game needed to get to this point, and they probably lagged behind a lot of the other sports and whatnot. But at the same time, and it sounds hypocritical of me, but I'm kind of yearning for like that anticipation again. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like totally. You're waiting, like you're waiting for 6 o'clock on the news to flick on Channel 7 to see if they talk about your team, like because you heard something today and see if it comes up, or like you're waiting for like before the bounce, and it's like, oh, we've got an hour before the game. What are they going to talk like that? It just seems like there's so much content, you get bombarded with it. I'm saying this now. In 5 weeks' time, I am going to be in heaven, in footy heaven. I'll be consuming every single game, every single week, like just sitting on the couch. Can't wait. But yeah, if that's kind of what like the trend that I've seen, I think that transition has definitely happened now. Like, or it's right at the peak of it, where they're about to go full ball with, new generation marketing and TikTok and all these sort of things are going to start to transform what we've grown up knowing the game to be. So yeah, that's probably an observation outside of Carlton I can give, I guess.
I also think the level of, following Carlton and going to the games every year, even if we haven't had a good year, there's always been at least 3 or 4 games where it's like, wow, what a night that was. Like, what a night, what an energy I felt in the stadium that night. And I really do believe we didn't get that last year as a club.
True.
And I think that's what I'm missing the most. And we're also so frustrated. There's the clear frustration, which has been compounding now for a number of years. And at this point, you can say I'm accepting mediocrity. I'm at a point right now where I'm like, can we just not be dysfunctional? Like, can we just be a functional team? My expectation this year is to improve on last year. I think, given what we know, look at the fucking vice captain and what he was fucking doing. Given what was happening last year as a whole, all the elements, fixing that, cleaning that up by virtue of that, with an evenly balanced team and hopefully some health, I really do believe it's a reasonable expectation to be better than 2025. Yep.
We won 9 games, so I've set the same expectation for myself. 10 plus. We hit 10 games, 10 wins. I'm walking away going, that's improvement. On top of seeing a difference in the way we play, right? And I use Hawthorn as an example with this. Sam Mitchell took over. I remember watching Hawthorn when Sam Mitchell took over, and they were getting pumped every single week. Like it was 10. I don't know if you remember that period of like a year and a half. They were just getting smacked, like 10 goals, 70 points, whatever it was, right? And there was a press conference where Sam Mitchell said, I will back in my system, and these players know the way that I want them to play. And as long as they continue chipping away at it, it will turn eventually. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. I just want to see us play better football. That's it. If that means that our turnovers increase and we get smacked some weeks, I don't care. Because if what I'm seeing tells me we're trying to do something different, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Knowing full well that there's going to be speed bumps along the way, but also with the hope that that turns into something so much better down the road than what we've seen, right? So, yeah, I think it's a reasonable expectation that we should all have. If you're expecting us to finish top 4 and have a crack at the flag this year, I think you're delusional. I think if you're expecting us to finish bottom 4 and bottom out and turn the club over and turn the list over, you're also just as delusional. We are absolutely somewhere in the middle.
Wild card, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's never been easier to play in a final than what it is in 2026.
True.
So I'm going to bring in a special guest. His name is Rowan, and Rowan is a part of the New South Wales and ACT supporters group. Rowan, you with us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, mate?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Rowan?
Is he?
Hello. It's me.
Well, maybe I'll get him. It's too early to be throwing out hello.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can you hear me?
Let's make sure his volume's up. We could definitely hear him. I don't think he could hear us.
Yeah. Rowan? Hello? Hang on.
It's all right. We got time. It's a Monday night.
I love live. Hey, mate, can you hear us?
No, I can't hear anything.
You've logged in?
No, I haven't. How do I look?
Wait, who's that waiting in the waiting room?
That's me.
Okay. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, stand by. I'm trying to bring you. Wait, can you see us when we add you to the room?
No, I can see you. No.
Can you hear us now?
I can now.
There we go.
Hey,
Got him.
Technology. Yeah, I'm well, thank you. And you?
we are very well, mate. We're very happy to hear your voice. We weren't sure where this was going.
No, neither was I, and I'm not a whiz with technology, so thank you, fellas.
No, this is this platform can be a bit temperamental at the best of times, mate. We've all had our. Trust me, I've had my fair share. I've had my fair share of StreamYard glitches. Don't worry.
Yeah, the gremlins in the machine.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Rowan, first of all, thanks for being here. Obviously, you and I did the Carlton People episode not long ago, and I wanted to follow up and basically just get an update from you. I've actually been asked a little bit about the pre-game function for opening round, so definitely want to have you touch on that, and also the raffle that's happening for the New South Wales ACT supporter group. But yeah, what's happening on your side of Australia, and how are you preparing for the season?
Yeah, okay. I'll just introduce myself, of course. Thanks, Terry. I'm Rowan. I'm the secretary of the New South Wales ACT supporters group. As you know, we've sort of reinvigorated it over the last 3 years. It had kind of died a bit of a death. I don't understand why, but a friend of yours and mine, Rafi, was the sole survivor. So Dan and I stepped in to help Rafi, and Dan's now the secretary. We've got Glenda on board, who is acting in Rafi's position because Rafi actually got to a point where he got it going again and left. And we've got some other pretty passionate Carlton supporters in regards to Brendan and Brian, who have also come on board to help us try and reinvigorate the supporter group. But we're doing a great job. We've had, since we've been out front, we've had about 3 or 4 functions. We've had ones for Greater Western Sydney and Sydney. And as you know, coming up on the 5th of March at 7 is the Carlton v Swans game, or the Swans v Carlton game. And we'll be our group, the group that I just mentioned, will be at the Strawberry Hills pub on 453 Elizabeth Street, Surrey Hills, from about 4:30 to about 6:30. Give people time to get to the game, and that will be our pre-game function. Well, that will be the venue for our game function. Usually how it goes is people turn up, they come in the door. If they've got a membership, it's free for them to stroll in, come and enjoy some finger food. We put on some finger food, and we also have Shane O'Sullivan is usually the MC, and we usually have 2 guest speakers, but it takes us a little bit late in the day to find out who they are, but I always post them as soon as I know on our site.
Yep.
So for non-members can come, and it will even, I guess, allow Sydney supporters, but they've got to pay. So what they've got to pay is a $15 kind of, it's really a bit of a donation for us, really. And what we do is they'll get a key ring, and that will give them entry into the function. So you don't get something, you get something for your entrance fee.
So just, can I just ask you there, sorry, Rowan, there's quite a few people who are in the chat tonight who will be travelling from interstate. If we show up on the 5th of March, the pre-game function, can we just buy entry on the night if we're not members of the water group? Yeah.
No, but if you're members of Carlton Football Club, just show your lanyard with your membership card, and you're in for free there, Terry.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, so if you've got your membership, because what we want to do is give back to Carlton supporters who travel. We're a voluntary group. And the money that we generate is from the supporters. So that's the only way we can hold these functions. At this function, because we only had one function last year in Sydney, and it was a late another Thursday night game. We don't have the ability to, I guess, be self-sustaining. So I guess that we need the support of the Carlton supporters from all over, not just New South Wales ACT, but travelling supporters to come and support us to help put on our pre-game functions, because we actually love them, and the people that turn up really love them. It's a good chance to meet like-minded people while out of state. As I said, we have some finger food. The space is a big open space. We've got the whole top floor of the Strawberry Hills Hotel. Shane O'Sullivan MCs, and we have 2 guests. Last Sydney Carlton game, it was Wale Jones and Dave Rees-Jones were our guest speakers. So it's well worth turning up, because it doesn't cost you anything, and it's a great place to meet like-minded people and then go off to the game together.
Right. I don't think you understand that the level of the type of interstate traveller that will be coming on the 5th. There's a bit of feeling in a lot of us. We've got there's business to take care of at the SCG on the 5th. So
no, absolutely, Terry. Yeah, when I was in the Carlton shop, I asked if there was any Curnow bobbleheads on sale, and no one even turned to recognise what I'd said. So yes, there is.
Was that so we can all throw it at him when we get there, or what were the bobbleheads for?
Yeah, I was just seeing what the reaction would be, and it wasn't pleasant. But yeah, so, and as I said, non-members more than welcome to turn up. What we'll do is they'll pay $15 as a kind of a donation, really. But as I said, they'll get a New South Wales ACT supporters key ring for that, cool, for their entry fee. And most people really like the key rings and think it's a great idea that they get something for their entry fee as well.
Love it. Now, there's one more thing here. I'm going to
Yes.
put a link in the live chat right now, and I'll post it in the comments after this show is live. There's the first raffle of the year is actually the proceeds are going to help support you guys. So can you tell us a little bit about it's a signed Guernsey by Jesse Motlop and Zach Williams, I believe.
Yes, I can. Yes, we get I guess the beauty of it, being involved with this group is that we get some dibs on about 4 or 5 pieces of merchandise that we can use to try and support ourselves through the year, like through raffles, auctions, door prizes, etc. The Cheers, because we're just a fledgling group, and I may, and if I can do a shout out too here, Terry, for anyone who could help us to organise our online shop and do our raffles, and set up an online raffle store for us, that'd be really helpful because we're relying on the Cheer Squad right now. But if there's someone in New South Wales who wants to get involved and be involved in the group on the technical side, that would be much appreciated. So what's happened is that I've asked the president from the Cheer Squad if they could run this raffle for us this year to help us support the first home and away in Sydney, and they've said yes. So what we've got to raffle off this time is an Indigenous jumper signed by our Indigenous players, both Motlop and Williams. And I think that concludes on the 8th there, Terry, and that will help us to actually fill it, or hopefully get our coffers up to a place where we can afford to run the strawberry. We're pretty confident we'll get the funds to be able to do that. But as I said, we're kind of a week by week organisation in regards to our financial affairs, and so we really need the support of Carlton supporters to help us to get across the line to then be able to run the Greater Western Sydney function at the locker room, which of course is already booked because the last thing we want is Greater Western Sydney or an NRL rugby league team to secure that venue, because it's right there at Olympic Park. It's a fantastic venue, so we're looking forward to that one too.
Yeah, mate, I'm happy to chuck in a year's membership, a Blue Abroad membership. I don't know if you want to add it to this Guernsey or if you want to do it on the day, but I'd be very happy to throw in an extra bit of a prize there if that helps with the raffle.
Thanks, Terry. I reckon you'll be the lucky door prize. I think that's how we'll work your year's membership. But that's really that's very generous of you. And for that, what we can do is we'd like you to come along and have 10 minutes to talk about what you do at our function as well.
Sure. Yeah. No, look, listen, I think the interstate supporters need the help. And so we have a pretty strong community here as a Carlton community. So yeah, look, those of us who are traveling interstate, Strawberry Hills Hotel is the venue. I'm sure you guys are going to have some sort of a graphic drawn up for the venue and the event. It's obviously still a month away, but yeah, we'll just put it in our calendars for the 5th of March.
Yes.
And it starts at what time again?
Well, it starts around 4:30. It'll go for 2 hours. Kids are only allowed, I must say, children are only allowed in the venue until 6. So what we try and do is get all the formalities out the way by 6. So the raffles, the auctions and stuff, so the young people can be involved. Also, I think this year too, Terry, I've been speaking to one of the how can I say, administrators, if you like, at Carlton, and we might be able to get a few on-ground experiences, whether that's the banner or the Guard of Honour. So we'll be able to give those away as a bit of a lucky door prize too.
Now you're talking, Rowan. I want to be on the grass where number 35 will be. Now we're talking prizes.
Yep.
Okay, then, Terry. Then you'll probably need to give away 3 memberships to your service then if you want to. If you want dibs on that. But yeah, no. Yeah, I know. And I think it was Jovan from the Cheer Squad said to me, football, especially Carlton, it's not just about winning or losing on the day. It's about the experience. And so if we can give kids life-changing experiences in regards to being next to their heroes and mentors on the ground, well, that's fantastic. That just really floats our boat if we can get.
Or
Yeah, or it could be. This could be a phone call.
Ooh,
He
yeah,
could
might
be
be.
getting a call. He's
I
That
think it is.
wasn't me.
There we go.
Oh,
Did
there
you
you go.
did you get a phone call,
Phone
Rowan?
call?
No, that wasn't me, guys.
Okay, you could hear us. That's right. There's just again gremlins, mate. That happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
no. Yes. But
Amazing.
yeah, so we're looking forward to this function. We love holding them, and we love how whether small or large groups, the Carlton fans love it. It's a great place to meet up in on enemy territory, get together and walk off to the ground together. We love doing it, Terry.
No, mate. We will be there on the 5th. We look forward to it. I'll put the link in again for the raffle as well for people who are watching that want to get a raffle ticket. And mate, thank you very much for calling in and tuning in and supporting. And yeah, let's get you guys some strong foundations for a good event. And we'll see you again later in the year once GWS rolls around.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me again, guys. I really, really appreciate it.
You there?
You're killing me, Tess.
Keep it together.
I reckon he's gone. I reckon he's gone for good this time.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
We can finish it off, Ron. Basically, get your ass to Strawberry Hills in Sydney if you go on the opening round. Put some money in for a raffle ticket or two. He's back, by the way, Tess, in the green room. Put some money in for a raffle ticket. Make sure you're there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think I was saying, yeah, thanks ever so much for your support. We really appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to speaking to you and watching your channel through the year.
Good on ya. Go Blues.
See you in Sydney,
Yeah,
mate.
go Blues. Thanks, fellas.
Legend. Love it.
Yeah, that's very, very good. Very good. I hope we get a massive turnout there. If I end up in Sydney, I'll be there. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, Debbie, just to confirm, if you are a Carlton Football Club member, you just rock up to the event, you show your club membership, and you're in for free. So yes, you can come. I don't think these guys understand the type of people that are coming.
When he offered a spot on the ground for the banner, I'm thinking, don't get me out there, mate. I'll run over to him.
Can you imagine? Imagine being like on the ground, less than 50 meters away from him.
Yeah, no way. No way. The fence. I need a fence between me and him. I absolutely do, for my own good, because he will belt me. If I even thought about it, I'd be eaten alive. But no, I need a fence. Absolutely need a fence.
Bit in his article where he sort of mentioned as well, like, oh, he's not sure how it's going to go. He's going to try and make Weeders laugh at the start and then sort of lock in.
No.
I hope there's no laughing. Like, I get it.
If Weeders, I said this last year on our, I think it was on this show. It was either between us or on one of the last podcasts I did with Dan and Jules. I said, I don't want Weeders to shake this guy's hand until the end of the game. Let him walk to you and either ignore him, just look straight through him, or grab him, 2 hands around his fucking neck and throw him to the ground and give away a free kick to start the game. It's one of the two. If he laughs and shakes his hand, I will be more pissed off at Weeders than I will be at Charlie.
Be mates before the game, text the night before, be mates after the game, go to the pub, have a drink, whatever you got to do. But please, just
don't laugh.
That it's don't serious. Do not
laugh.
Do not be friendly.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Could you imagine? Fuck, I'll be so filthy. I'll probably leave. I'll probably just get up and leave if I see it, Tez. I really will, mate. Seriously. Fuck.
Honestly, there's so much time between now and the game to be friends. Just let us at least believe that you're invested in the rivalry of the game.
If that happens, could you imagine what this show is going to look like, the podcast? And we lose, and we get on there and we go, Weeders, you said you're a leader, you're speaking fucking shit. Walsh, you know bullshit, that's rubbish. I can just see it. I can see it.
Okay.
Anyway, get to Strawberry Hills.
get to Strawberry Hills Hotel. More information to come. Well done to everyone who has supported them by already buying raffle tickets. Good stuff, Kylie and Sam. Yeah, so that's great. I reckon we can rally. We can rally for them and get them there. All right, now Joe, Sunday, the boys are back.
Oh, us. I thought you were talking about Carlton. It's like, what, have we got a practice match or something? I don't know. Yeah, we are. We're back. 7 o'clock. I'm going to get my ass into gear this week. I need to do a new logo, new trailer, new intro, but we're back. Me, Dan, and Jules. Sunday night, 7 o'clock, start of season 6 of the Almost Blues Brothers podcast, which is crazy to think this is the 6th year that we're doing it. So, very excited. Jules is a new dad. Dan's got a second one on the way. I will be there every week. They have said that they will, and I believe them, but there just may be a bit more of a rolling lineup this year than what we've had in the past at times. It's all so, but we are ready to go for Sunday, and very excited to get back in the studio. So, yeah, mate, it's been a long time.
Well, the juices are really flowing, eh? You just mentioned Charlie Curnow, and yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back.
The thought of Weeders actually laughing now has me very scared for the bounce. Really does.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
Surely Weeders of all people, like, actually, you know, I'll say this now. If Weeders laughs, we give up, because of all people, right, that understand what this means, surely he's the one. Surely he's the one that gets it and goes, I need to just save face here at the fans. At the very least, just fake it for us, right? Surely he gets it. And if he doesn't, none of them get it, man. None of them get it. Honestly, they just don't. That will be my conclusion. I think that'll be it.
Oh, I think, well, Wiedering's always had a strong competitiveness to it. Like, he hates getting goals kicked on him. Like, we still remember Larky kicking 7 on him in 2021 because it was a rarity for a player to do it to that level.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I think he definitely will be doing his absolute best to keep that man goalless.
Let's see.
All right. Well, yeah, other bits and pieces. We've got, wow, we're 3 weeks away, just under, for the 2026 season launch. Guys, get in. I cannot wait to do this with you all. We're excited now. Imagine in 18 days from now, Friday night, just before the season starts, we would have had State of Origin already. There'll be a lot of other storylines that are coming and going. Carlton will have practice matches on the horizon as well. We would have played a couple. So on the 20th February, Friday, 5:30, doors open. Get in there. 6 p.m. event starts. It's going to be some panel discussions up on top. It's going to be fun. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, another reminder for you. If you are a member, please don't forget you have emails sent to you with your discounted tickets. So make sure you get them there. Joe, I think you'll be there.
I will be. Not sure about the other two just yet. I need to speak to them, but I'm sure they'll do their best with their commitments to try and make it. But I will absolutely be there. I'm looking forward to it. This is, mate, I still remember when we were doing season launches at H, and just nice humble beginnings, and then it's all of a sudden you're at Marvel Stadium on a Friday night, and it's nice. I've been here a long time, man. It's good to see the progression. It's really cool. It is really, really cool.
From Thornbury to Marvel. It's good
That's
stuff.
the way. That's the way.
It's good stuff. But yeah, mate, thanks for. I'm sweating. Like, you got me hot and bothered tonight, mate.
Yeah. So I say to you, hey, do you need a guest? Yeah, as if you didn't know, with a Charlie Curnow half-hour editorial that I wasn't going to fire up. Come on, man.
It's great.
Please.
I love it. I love it. I miss it. Yeah. I mean, off seasons is what it is. I needed a break from footy, but then, off season gets to a point where like, all right, where's the structure? I need it. And the footy gives me that. So
we're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready, man.
All right. Well, Joe, I'll speak to you soon. Ladies and gents, I'll speak to you soon. If you haven't checked out the video from earlier today, make sure you do. And otherwise, have a great night. See you this week. Go Blues.
See you Sunday. Bye.